Puffy has been bringing in cash off of Big Deal's name for longer than Big Deal was alive. He should be the most fortunate in light of the fact that it seems like everyone that worked at Uptown Records all along music. I think someone is attempting to kill me. I'll be awakening suspicious. I'll be truly terrified. I'll simply be strong genuinely. When I think back on it, assuming he believed seen more, it would have been exceptional. Yet he did it. I was offered 30,000 bucks to play out a hit on Big Deal Smalls. I was drawn nearer by Diddy north of 10 years. Has passed since Big Deals and convenient end. Yet this substances encompassing his passing stay as secrets, yet new data concerning the thing Big Deal said about Diddy not long before his passing has driven numerous to guess that Diddy might play had an influence in Big Deal's troublesome passing. Stay tuned for extra data, those nearest to Diddy and Biddy purportedly know a portion of the horrid insights concerning Big Deal's demise. Puma Wright got the ball rolling via circulating her considerations on how could he might have added to the rap star's ruin. The RB Craftsman guarantees that Big Deal was eventually persuaded to end his vocation in light of the fact that Diddy took advantage of him more than some other maker. Then a commission should emerge, and that should be his exit from terrible young men. And afterward, beginning his own organization, Puffy has been bringing in cash on that kid's name longer than individuals. Please, in the meantime, Kitty's ex-protector Eugene Bargan holds the assessment that Puff threw the dice that prompted the killing of the famous B.I. He gave a meeting to Amric Television in which he uncovered Diddy. You will recall bygone eras. Brother, do you anticipate having Large and Wolf read your affection statements to the world? The elevated monitor to feel that you never really helped them is unscrupulous. Previous terrible kid head of safety Bargain says we should recollect the time we spent together at Andrew Harrell's home and the way that I cautioned you that a few felines were wanting to kill or go after you. I attempted to let you know that I had data, yet you weren't intrigued. We should recollect the day I encouraged Kenny, our driver, to run these next 3 lights. Kenny turned on the lights. Enormous halted at the light, while Kenny ran it, and Enormous died. Not bound for him, brother. Something was spoiled in Denmark, and it was occurring inside the entire terrible kid cut. Since you must comprehend this man puffing large wasn't quite as close as new in the end. Bargain demonstrated that Diddy and Big Deal were not close buddies. To make sure you know who a portion of the pariahs he named Truly or Wolf, or Anthony Wolf Jones, filled in as Diddy's guardian in the 1999 episode, where he and Sparkle were blamed for starting to shoot in a Manhattan club. Tragically, 4 years after the fact, Wolf was killed in a detached occurrence outside an Atlanta bar. And apparently Diddy never made monstrous with Wolf's family miserable later in the video. Bargain likewise guarantees that Diddy had his security group distinguish observers who might affirm against Sparkle, bringing about a 10-year sentence for Sparkle for the club slaughter. Clearly, this isn't the first or last time Bargain has related his involvement in Big Deal's passing. After the occurrence, he supposedly talked about it with the LAPD. The article proceeds to make sense of that. Around then, did he ended Bargain lose on the grounds that he was helping out policing. Rana Protector has likewise blamed Diddy for asking him 30,000 bucks to assist with resurrecting dead Big Deal. I was off at 30,000 bucks to play out a hit on Big Deal Smalls. Yet this isn't whenever Diddy first has been blamed for bad behavior. He might trust arrangement to be the one in particular who might sell out him a narrative featuring resigned LAPD examiner Greg Kading, who once drove a unique team exploring the profundities of rappers Christopher Big Deal Smalls Wallace and Tupac Shakur, claims that the LAPD might have at long last tackled the cases. Kading, who has chipped away at these cases for a considerable length of time, accepts that for $1 million, Chris Gangster Dwayne Keith kept E. Davis was enlisted via Scene Diddy brushes to kill Tupac Shakur and his chief Marion Hugh Suge Knight. That is crazy, right? He guarantees that Kefti's nephew Orlando Child, Path Anderson, shot and killed Tupac Shakur on September 7, 1996. In the meantime, Kading claims that Evening paid Blood's gangster Wardle Pochi tracked down $13,000 to kill Big Deal Smalls in retribution a half year after Shaker's passing on. Walk 9/19/97 Big Deal Smalls was likewise lethally shot. Kading claims that over the span of his examination, he successfully positioned Kef D into a position where he had to convey an evident admission about the conditions paving the way to Shaker's homicide, or have to deal with extreme damages for another wrongdoing. Kate Dating told HuffPost that it would have been basic for the creator to exclude some data on the off chance that his motivation was to simply pull off it. So to talk the narrative cases that Brushes enlisted kept D to carry out the wrongdoing, which is only one of numerous extra viewpoints. The rundown in all realism continues to become the debut of the narrative homicide rap, occurred in 2015. It depends on Katie's book of a similar name from 2011, and you can stream it on iTunes and Netflix this spring, just when Big Deal Little's mom, Valletta Wallace, sued the LAPD in government court in 2006. Did the LAPD choose Kading to reinvestigate the killings of the rappers, prompting the development of this narrative? The premise of Wallace's unjust demise protest was the far and wide conviction that a cop was complicit in the killing of her child. The expected profit of Big Deal Smalls were additionally used to compute the $500 million in penalties guaranteed in the common suit. Kading was entrusted with exposing the hypothesis progressed in the claim among different conceivable outcomes. As per Kading, the division eliminated him from the team in 2009 because of an inner undertaking test into an alternate subject after his group created adequate proof to excuse the LAPD. He was absolved in the interior examination. Yet the mark of maverick official stuck this is most certainly going to sully the other examination that he's engaged with. So we really want to sort of place him on the seat while we investigate this, so they do their similar to affirm sorry that you will be sidelined in light of the fact that this is an exceptionally high-profile case, and we needn't bother with it being polluted. Anything else than it as of now is that Keating didn't stop as a decent street cop. With over his 25 years on the police, Katie procured the lap's most elevated honor for dauntlessness, the Decoration of Courage, and the office's second most elevated honor, the Police Star. Moreover, he was elevated to the lab's top criminal investigator position. He passed on the office in 2010 because of retirement. The following year, he delivered a book specifying the arraignment of the rap gathering. Shockingly, Kading is presently guaranteeing that the LAPD chose not to squeeze charges due to Brush's distinction, and the way that the proof prompted two dead aggressors, both Anderson and Faust, have as of late died from secret serious reasons.